it feels like there is no play whatsoever, and it has to move freely without any sideward play. Different. It's always different. For me, never boring. Hey everybody, my name is Kalle Slaap, watchmaker from the Netherlands. Tonight, well, with so much work, sometimes work dictates what I have to do. So here, Oyster Perpetual Datejust for a full revision and polishing. Let's not, well, they make excellent quality. And they are beautiful watches, but there is hardly any innovation. And so many other things you can buy for the same money. I think that's fair to say. Wrist cheese. So there was a bit more work needed for the still working on the Speedmaster. Well, what do we have here? It's a 1570. I use a piece of plastic so I don't make any scratches. And as we all know by now, every single watch wears differently. So really would like to see what we're finding this week. And as you know, I don't do any work up front, but we can already see it is time for some maintenance. There is the number, and on that a bit of a scratch. We'll have a look, see about that. Oh, it's a longer scratch. Okay, we'll have a look. Oh, and there's quite a bit of play. What does it say here? Many watchmaker marks. Do you see that? Well, all the wear marks. That is a bit of an aggressive one, but should be okay. A different kind of bezel, kind of like that. Here, all the markings. Here is the long spring, and that is for the very long sweep second pinion to push it down. Otherwise the second hand will move like that, because there is a bit of play between the teeth, and the second hand is very heavy and long. So tiny bit of friction that keeps the teeth always like this in one point instead of moving about. It doesn't look too bad, but it looks a bit messy with the fibers and some debris. It looks like a fiber. Is it? What is it? A piece of packwood. It's a scratch. Will it be that we have a movement without hammer time? It feels a bit a bit stiff, said the actors to the bishop, but here if I move, it feels, yeah, that the arbor isn't moving freely. Well, the power is from the main spring, so I can remove the ratchet wheel. interesting. It feels like there is no play whatsoever for the arbor. And it has to move freely without any sideward play. And now it feels just different. It's always different. That's why watchmaking is never, well, for me, never boring. Because that feels like it's clinging in the tube. Yeah, that's an older seal. And here is the next seal. That looks a bit deteriorated. Of course, we're going to replace that one, and the final seal. And everything is going to be alright. This arbor is so well, not moving freely, so stuck, that a note for within a few minutes there still might be some power in the mainspring, because the arbor isn't moving freely in the bridge. So even though the ratchet wheel is disassembled, I'm going to use the alternative way as well, when the dial and the hands are off, of removing the balance wheel and pallet fork, because it isn't moving freely, so the barrel might still hold some force in the mainspring. This scratch still intrigues me, like from there to there, and then this one. It's just to lift up this bridge. Do you see that? In a horrible way. That's the only reason why you should be there with any tool, is to lift up that bridge. As always, that wheel is the safest way to take it off, is with this special Presto tool. There are two claws on one side and one claw on the other side. It looks like it's been pushed very low. You see that pivot sticking out? That pivot should be at maximum flush. So the wheel is pushed down more than it should be. And it's not too much, but still. Yeah. I'm going to use the flexible thingy over. Usually I use this for taking off the hands, so your levers aren't actually touching the dial. But now it is feels like latex. It is stretchy. So now I want to protect. There we are. Protect the nickel on the plate. You can see that screw over there is underneath a ridge with a fiber. And if you turn out the screw, then it will secure the movement. So now if I turn it around, There you can see it underneath the bridge. But if I move, there it's released. You see the complete screw. And the other side, there is a bit milled out. So if the other screw is released, this one is released as well. And now, without any stress, if you have a look at the index, it seems that there was some moisture involved. There we are. They were extremely tight, those hands. There we are. The shiny bit, is that just varnish? Is that old lubrication? Seems like varnish. That's horrible! That is... Oh well.